This is the sharpest knife I could find on Amazon. This is a replica SB Dunk that I want to see if the inside of this SB Dunk and the way it's put together is even close to a real one. And if they are close, why does it feel so much different? Because these feel very thin. But either way, we're gonna find out. First off, let's start by cutting these laces off. Pretty damn strong. Every time I do one of the videos where I cut the shoe in half, I just end up splitting the shoe in half with something crazy. But this time, I want to take it apart like piece by piece so I can look at it and look like the Nike SB Dunks that people take apart. It's all made out of very thick material, which is probably why they feel so stiff and solid for a very long time. Like the whole entire time you skate them, they feel very solid. I'm taking these laces off because honestly, it's too hard to freaking cut them. This is a really sharp knife. Like here, where's a normal shoelace? Like here's a normal shoelace. Normal shoelace comes with shoes. Easy. This shoelace, my shoelace, link in the description. A lot harder to cut, a lot harder to break, a lot more skateboarding for you. So if you want to skate longer, link in the description. These are the ones that I used a belt sander on these. I was like, yo, I'm gonna try to cut it in half with a belt sander. We're gonna take apart this bad boy, starting with this piece. Oh, this knife is nice and sharp. I wanna get this off in one piece. The toughest thing about doing this is that this fur is hella in the way. This is actually like the perfect shaped knife to do this. Well, first off, I can tell you that pulling these stitches apart is harder because of the fur, but the way that it's put together, I can already tell is a lot less intense than normal dunks. Because normal dunks took forever for me to break the stitches on it when I was skating them. These, they're like falling off like pretty easily actually, the stitches on this bad boy. The whole landscape of skateboarding lately has been very confusing. Everybody's been like getting mad at each other about dumb stuff that doesn't matter. Like the Battle of the Barracks thing, people like causing like a whole bunch of drama over it and stuff. Like that one dude, it was funny because when I watched that game of skate with, I don't know his name, the guy that said the I don't know man thing. When I watched it the first time I was like, man, that guy sucks. And then I was like, I saw all the pushback on it and I was like, oh wow, a lot of people think that guy sucks. I was like, it must have been the way they edited it, or like, you know, he probably doesn't suck that bad. But I don't know, I've never met him. I don't pass super hard judgment on stuff I see of people online, especially if the edit is out of their control, because the edit is the most important part about any video. You can have a video of someone being super nice and edit it in a way that makes them look like the worst guy ever. So maybe that kid's pretty cool, but honestly, it's gonna be really hard for him to shift the energy from him being lame to people actually liking him. Oh man, this is hard. I don't know what makes people start skating like now, because before, for me it was my brother, and then after my brother stopped skating, I kept skating because it was really fun. I spend most of my time making the videos when I'm skating, so it's hard for me to just go skate and have fun. Because when I go skate, I need to film stuff to make videos for my channel, and that's fine, but for me, it kind of takes the fun out of my skating, because if I'm focused on filming a video, then I'm not just skating just to skate. I'm like focused on filming like a video that I scripted out and tried to like construct in a way that like says something that is a take on whatever shoe it is that I'm skating or whatever topic it is that I'm making the video about. Like the Andrew Reynolds video. I had fun rolling around in that pool back and forth, but I did kind of want to just start rolling around in the pool back and forth, but I had to make the video, so I went and skated other parks and stuff. I'm okay, don't worry. Got this whole toe piece taken off of the rest of the upper, but now I gotta figure out how to cut it completely off of the outsole. Oh, the insole's in the way too. Let me get that out of the way. Oh wow. This is supposed to be the Zoom Air unit, and it is a lot thinner than the one that's in real Nikes. This is really thin actually. There's like nothing in, oh wow. The real Nike one will probably save your heel from a heel bruise, but this one isn't gonna save you from anything. This is like just a piece of plastic with like medical tape put in it or something. But you could see that this is just fluff. Like that's not gonna protect you from bruising your heel. I have real Nike Zoom Air units that I will compare to these Nike Zoom Air units. Because this is from Ride Channel. This is the iShod SB Dunk, whatever. These do come with the Nike Zoom Air unit in their insole. All right, ooh, see? Well, first of all, that feels a lot thicker than the fake ones. It's a lot harder to take off. There we go. What's going on inside this bad boy? And see if it's the same as that one or if it actually is better. There we go. Oh, you know what? Look at that. Fake Nike SB Dunk, very thin. Real Nike SB Dunk, a lot thicker. When you think about it, it's really minimal, the amount of more thick that this is, but feels more dense. So that's probably why the real Nike Zoom Air unit is a lot better than, than the fake one. Duh, of course, but I was hoping that it wouldn't be, because then it's like, yo, if the fake ones, get fake ones then, if you want to skate dunks. When I did this review, everybody was like, that's not how you say his name, Christian. Christian, you said his name wrong, Christian. Oops, sorry. First off, these are constructed the same in the sense that this little piece was dangly, this little piece is also dangly. Now let's see if these stitches are just as easy to take off. Dude, I'm like sweating out here, dude. Oh, dude, I'm cutting the suede instead of the stitches. Oh, and these have glue in them too. These were only stitched together and then there's no glue here. Check this out. Are stitched together and they have glue in there to hold it on. The replicas are stitched together and no glue. There's no glue in here. That attention to detail is probably an attributing factor as to why these feel a lot stiffer for longer than these boys do. Sparta! Sorry. This is the toe. This will be the stack for the replica dunk. What they do have though, which I'm surprised about, is they have the tongue strap actually. The rest of the upper is literally one piece. Okay, here, hold on. Let's finish taking it apart. A lot of people have been asking me, Christian, why aren't you in Battle of the Barracks? Well, I talked to them, they said, Christian, we want to put you in, but we don't want like all the pros to be embarrassed when they lose to you. So we're gonna keep you out of it. And by me telling you this, you fully understand that there is no way that I would be able to pass even whoever the first person is in that game. When I did one of the first impressions for the barracks, they told me like, hey, send us all the clips from the first impressions thing, and then we'll put that on our Insta. And I was like, are you sure? I was like, there's not like a lot of good skating in there. There's no good skating. He's like, oh dude, your clips deserve some shine too. And I was like, sure. So I sent them all the clips. They never posted it because none of them were good clips. They're all pretty bad. Anyways, the strap that holds the tongue onto the shoe is actually connected onto the outsole, which is pretty prime, if I say so myself, which is probably how this one is constructed, but I don't know if the iShod has a tongue strap. Oh, it does have a tongue. Oh, it has more than a tongue strap. Oh, that's different. Okay, so here's the What the Paul dunk. And inside this one, actually, surprisingly enough, the straps are more similar to these than they are to this one, because the straps inside this guy are actually giant, really long straps that will probably hold your tongue down better and hold your foot in place better. But the strap inside the What the Paul is literally just this strap right here. Depending on which dunk you get, if it's real or not real, the straps are different. So I'm assuming that the straps on the real version of these is more like the What the Pauls and these skinny straps. A lot of what makes an SB dunk feel super solid is back here in your heel, where it holds your foot. In a combination with it being a cup sole, because cup soles have the most sturdy like infrastructure for your foot to sit in. This piece of the heel that's back here, being very stiff and solid also, makes it so that your foot feels even more secure in dunks. Let's take apart this dunk and see how similar it feels to the replica. This thing is glued on really good. So even if I cut all the stitches off, it's still gonna be stuck on there. So what we're gonna do is take apart the upper from the outsole, like we did here. This outsole feels like it's got something else in there besides just the insole. Like there's something squishy inside the outsole. Okay, it's glued on, whatever it is. Oh, that's bad. Oh, that's gross. Ew. Ugh. Inside the outsole is this extra piece of foam, which actually feels like it might have helped a little bit. Usually there's a lot of ridges and lines that kind of help with like distributing impact. This shoe is literally just like one solid piece that has like some foam stuck in it along with like the insole that it comes with, which is a little bit helpful. And that's probably why these feel really weird on your feet, because usually it has like those extra like lines and everything inside the outsole, so that way it kind of distributes impact better than opposed to being hit on one flat surface, which makes a lot of sense as to why my freaking feet hurt after just wearing those fake P-rods for like a day. This right here is what I really want to know now. Sorry, phone. Is this Ishod dunk constructed like that with the outsole? Because if it is, then that's really surprising. Because my thought is that it probably has some type of internal structure inside this outsole to make it so it's not all flat, flimsy, and hurt my feet. These dunks were awesome. It's funny because like I forgot that I had them, which is why I'm cutting them in half, because I'm like, oh, I didn't even know that I had them. So if I didn't know that I had them, then I'm not gonna miss them. I can tell you right now, this heel is constructed way tougher than that heel, because cutting the heel with this knife on that upper was a lot easier than this one. Jesus Christ, I'm like sweating, jeez. So already I know that this heel is constructed with a lot thicker materials than the replicas. This is, okay, I'm almost to the part that I really wanna know about, which is what's inside this outsole. It feels like the suede is thicker and the materials that are used for the rest of the shoe are a lot thicker, but the part that really matters is back here in the heel. Before I get to the outsole, let me look inside this heel and inside this heel and see what the difference in these materials are. Feels like it's like some sort of like really not super thick plastic that doesn't surprise me. After I cut that one open, it pretty much just fell apart and was very easy to see what was inside. This one, on the other hand, this dunk doesn't have as much padding around the heel as other dunks traditionally have. But with that being said, it seems to be about the same thickness. The material that this rubber is made out of is a lot like softer than the material that this rubber is made out of. So whatever this is that's in the heel, more firm material than whatever it is that's in the back of that heel, it feels like. Let's see what's inside this outsole. Oh! No way. There's no way that these shoes are constructed with this stupid flat piece of material. And there is absolutely no way that it's like that. I'm glad that it's actually like this, because I didn't know what was in here when I went to go take it apart. There's not only ridges in here to help distribute impact when you're skating, but there's also a very squishy kind of impact absorbing material that's in the heel that goes all along the arch of your foot. That's what you get with a fake dunk. That's what you get with a real dunk. These and the internals of this being just that it's flat make your feet hurt after a little while of just wearing them. This shoe is not only a lot more comfortable to walk around in, but it is also a lot more comfortable to skate in and handles impact a lot better. And this material, whatever this is one of the reasons why dunks feel better. And it's this material right here. You could feel it. It's literally this foam that goes through the entire shoe. Now, on the replicas, they have that to try to trick you into thinking that it's there. But really, it's just the rubber that the entire outsole is made out of. It's not any separate materials. Real Nike SB Dunks actually have a separate material that is distributed on the inside of your shoe. That's gonna handle impact a lot better than replicas. And you need to leave a comment, let me know what shoes you want me to review next. Make sure you go in the description to get your brand new packaging for your F-Rip shoelaces. And I love you, goodbye. Oh, if you watched this far, leave a comment saying, what does that mean? Don't know. Is that a word? Don't know. Don't know how you're gonna spell it. But I love you. Bye.